Hi, I'm Ryan, ADHD dude, and this is my dog Flora. What I want you to understand about inflexibility is there can be different aspects to it. But at the end of the day, here's what's really important, is that you do not accommodate inflexibility. When you accommodate your child's inflexibility, you cause inflexibility to grow. One of the things I want you to understand is that for years, I have seen around age 14 to 15, kids reach what I call the inflexibility tipping point, where they become more inflexible if this inflexibility is still being accommodated at that age. And one of the things, unfortunately, I see a lot is kids with ADHD go off to college, they become so inflexible, they will not accept any help, and then they fail out of college. That's really common. I hear about it every year. So number one, we don't want to accommodate inflexibility. Number two, we don't want kids to get to that inflexibility tipping point. And if your child is already past that point, that's okay. You can still turn this around. The other really important thing I want you to understand is that your son or daughter has to experience natural consequences for their inflexibility. Let me give you an example of that. So when my son was in high school, I bought him a gaming chair and he put it together downstairs in our living room. And when it was time to bring it upstairs, I said, can I help you bring that upstairs? You know, I think it might get stuck on the way up. He said, no, I'm going to do it myself. And I said, I really think you should let me help you with that because I'm scared it's going to get wedged in, you know, between the wall and the stairs. So he said no. And what happened? The chair got stuck on the way up and he was, you know, sitting there for about a half an hour, you know, screaming and cursing and sweating because the chair was wedged in between the wall and he couldn't get it up the stairs. I let him experience that natural consequence for his inflexibility, and he learned from that. You know, often I see parents of kids with ADHD want to protect them from experiencing any kind of unpleasantness. Okay, and that's not helpful. The way that they're going to build resiliency and the way they're going to learn is through experiencing natural consequences for inflexibility. Last thing I want to mention, I have a saying, flexibility is cultivated, inflexibility is accommodated. And I want you to remember that because the more you accommodate inflexibility, the more you cause it to grow. And remember, kids need to experience natural consequences for their inflexibility. And later, not at a time when they're upset, but later on, we can help them work through that and help them to understand how their inflexibility caused them to experience natural consequences and give them some suggestions of things that they can do in the future so they don't have to experience those natural consequences, okay? Hope this is helpful. I will speak to you soon. Take care.